Okay, so now that we have added our filters, now we need to add titles and captions. Every type of short form content you see on social media has captions. There's a reason for this. Content with captions on social media perform better than those that don't have captions. So let me show you how to do it. Alright, so again, we need to ensure that everything on the timeline is unselected so we can get our desired options. Then you go down to the bottom here and select text. As firstly, we're going to add the title of our clip to the project. By the way, this is only if it's necessary. Some content creators just have the titles on their post rather than shown in the actual video. Some just get straight into it. But for the sake of this example, this video here is going to have a title. So we go down to the bottom menu and select add text. And then this menu will pop up where you can enter your title. Okay, so we can enter our text here and I'm gonna put video, content and AI. That's the world we're living right now, isn't it? And you can do different things. You can go to here, select font, look for a font that represents your brand. Maybe you have a particular one. We have Montserrat down here, which is the main font of the source. If you click style, you can also change the style of the font, have a particular stroke color, have a particular fill color. Like there's so many possibilities with this thing. Once you've selected a style, you can adjust the thickness of the stroke right there. Or maybe you want to add a glow. And you know, how much that stands out will depend on how dark the background footage is. There's also the effects panel, which is basically like a load of preset text options that you can choose from, which is actually a better alternative because they've got some good options and it saves you from having to choose the glow and the stroke width yourself. And also the animation option, which is basically like transition in and outs for your text. So yes, the objective is still to keep it super simple, but we do want certain elements to stick out and pop. So let's choose one here. All right, let's see what this one is saying. Jolt foot. Yes, I like that one. All right, so we'll select this one and now it's part of the timeline. And like every other asset in the timeline, you can move it about, scale it, change various different parameters. But for now, I'm cool with this. This works. Perfect duration, perfect animation. That rhyming was not deliberate, just saying. Okay, nice. Now the title is placed and sorted. Now we need to add the captions. And luckily, with the aid of AI, we don't have to go old school and go through the whole thing and type every single word that is said. So still within the text options menu, we select auto captions. Then it gives you these small options right here. So for the sake of this example, we're going to leave everything as is and just press start. So we'll let it do its thing. And then there they are, right there in our composition, and it does a great job. But if there are any mistakes, and sometimes there is, you can go through, select each one and correct those mistakes. And like our titles, you can also change the font, add effects, etc, etc. And make sure you select the apply to auto captions option. So when you make a change in one, it affects the rest of them so you don't have to go through each and every one, wasting loads of time changing that stuff. So that's adding titles and captions. So go through, take your time, refer back to the steps if needed. You're getting closer and closer to finalizing your first piece of video content. Fantastic stuff, guys. Look at how far you've come. From scrolling social media and looking at these videos wondering how to do them, to actually making a wicked piece of content for your brand on your own. You're doing great, keep it up. Anyway, so that was captions and titles. Next step, music and sound effects.